Hi, welcome to Trading with TK, teaching you to turn ideas into money. And we're at www.tradingwithtk.com. And thank God it's Friday, June 6th. Well, you know that old saying, be careful what you ask for because you might get it. Well, we were looking for some weakness, but almost 400 points in one day. The emotions that run in this business, this is a topic that Brian Shannon touches on in his book, which I'm right on with him. Everyone went from glee last night to just total despair at the end of the day, and I went from worrying about my shorts to having a big smile on my face at the end of the day. It's amazing what a day what a day makes. But the indicator was so overboard. I showed it to you. It was inevitable. We had to get some kind of weakness. We didn't know it was going to be 400 points. We just knew it was going to be weakness. So anyway, the market closed right on the lows. Everyone's worried about a recession is back in the news again. The banks never looked good. The Dow never looked good. The Dow closed. Dow made a new reaction low, and the Nasdaq continues to outpace the Dow. So we'll take a look at both these indexes in our final segment, and we'll map out, where we think everything is headed, and what's important levels and what are not important levels. So we'll do that in our final segment. But as always, I've got another idea. This is the idea, though, that I'm not going to be buying because I have too many positions in my portfolio already. I'm restricting myself, but I'm not going to stop bringing ideas that if I had room in my portfolio, I would be buying these. And so I've got one for you, and it's Charter Communication. The symbol is CHTR. In just a moment, I'll show you the chart, and I'll show you how you guys can make some money out of this idea. So don't go away. I'll be right back. Okay, we're looking at a daily bar chart of Charter Communications. I'm going to zoom way out because I want you to get a good look at this picture. Let me run through the stats first, and then I'll show you a few things why I like this. Okay, this is a call on the long side. I'll be looking to buy this stock right around $1.44 to $1.40. The target is $4.50. It's almost like a 300% return on your money if I turn out to be right. I'm calling this a breakout pullback go. And let me show you. I'm going to turn this into a 9-day chart. There's some history here. I follow this. I've been following this stock for quite a few years, and I've been in and out of it many times. And I'll give you a little history. Okay, we caught this. Make sure you can see this. Okay, the last time I was in it, we caught this move right here, and then I wound up selling it right in here. Now I missed this move to the final top. I wasn't in it, but I also missed this down move. Anyway, it's back down here, and I believe history is going to repeat itself. I think this is going to happen all over again. You can see how it's already turned the corner here. And let's look at it this way. The stock's $1.40. You can only lose $1.40 in this stock, with the upside potential of making $3 in it, because my target is up here at $4.50. So this is a good bet. Plus the picture looks terrific. Okay, so let me recap that. Let me show you a few other things before I recap it. We've got this ascending triangle, and this is the old breakout price right here, and it's pulled right back into it. That's why weakness in the market is good. It lets you get into these good looking charts, after they've run up and they're pulling back into their support. That's what these sell-offs enable you to do, to pick up these good looking charts after they've proven themselves and they've pulled back to support. So this is just about $1.40 right here, this support area. This is a 3-day chart we're looking at. I'm going to turn it into a 1-day. Okay, and you can see that it's pulled back right into it. So I think this is a good spot right in here, $1.40, $1.44, and I think our target of 450 is definitely attainable. So I'm going to recap that. That's CHTR to call on the long side, and I think we can make $3 in that trade. Okay, let's. We have no winners or losers. I didn't cover any shorts. I didn't sell any longs. So let's take a look at the averages and see what kind of damage was done. First, we're going to look at the Dow. And we'll walk you through it again. We always knew that this was resistance. Once it broke down and kicked back to it, then it broke down again. Then it rallied on Thursday up into resistance area here. Actually, what's very interesting is it actually never really got past the bottom of this day here. You can see how it banged its head. Okay, now that it's down here far enough, I said the other day that this would probably be resistance, but it hadn't gotten below it far enough for it to matter. But now I think it matters. Now we're down far enough so that the next rally back up will bang its head right in here. See that? We may have to come down a little bit more on Monday to get down into here before we can get another rally going. Remember, I said it's going to be a up and down, up and down, up and down sell-off. I called it a soft landing, so to speak. But I do believe we'll get down a little bit lower than this, and then we'll stage another rally, and that probably will fail. And our target is here, the old low. That's what we're looking at. That's what we think is reasonable. And this is the Dow. This is the weakest looking of all the indexes. All right, let's take a look at the transportation average. Okay, was that a breakout or wasn't it a breakout? You know, we're not going to argue the point because that's not what's important. What's important about this pattern here is this level here. This old low right here. This is key to the whole entire pattern. If this low holds, then the pattern stays intact. If this low gets taken out on the downside, then this will also go the way of the Dow. It's all about this bottom here. So we'll have to watch it. It looks like it probably is going to at least test it on this pullback because it was a heck of a sell-off in the transportation average. They lost 242 points in one day. That's quite a hit for the transports. But this is the key spot right down in here, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that. Let's look at the SPY, similar to the Dow. Wasn't as sloppy, but we pointed out yesterday it still had a negative look to it, and sure enough, it made a new recovery low here. So I'm going to say this is resistance on any kickback from here, and if it goes lower before it kicks back, then this will be the resistance. So in other words, if it rallies off of this low, it could get up into here. But if it breaks down further before it rallies, it won't get past this spot here. And also we've got a target, which is the old low. This is what we're looking at. I'm not saying that this is going to be the ultimate low. This is our target just for this leg of this move on the downside. All right, let's take a look at the QQQs. This is a similar discussion as to the transports. You know, was this a breakout or was it a fake out? I don't think it matters. It did make a new high. Technically, it is a breakout. But once again, what's key about this pattern here are these lows. As long as these lows hold on this pullback and we can start up again, then the pattern is fine. If these lows get taken out, and I don't mean by a couple of pennies, I mean get seriously broken, then the entire pattern, the entire NASDAQ market probably is going to roll over. I'm not sure that that's going to be the case. I have a strong suspicion by looking at most of the NASDAQ stocks that really look very solid, technically most of the stocks do, that I kind of think that this low will hold, but we have to wait and see. I'm basing that comment on the fact that so many of the NASDAQ stocks still look very strong. They don't look anything like the bank stocks at all. Okay, so that's my view of the market. Until Monday, this is TK signing off.